Aries, hello, beautiful, and welcome to your. We're doing a karmic reading, so I'm really excited about this one. It's for Libra season. If you are new, I have talked about that previously. If you are returning, then you'll be aware that Libra season is going to be very large for the collective. Um, that being said, we're going to have the overall where your karma kind of stands and the message from spirit. Then we're going to get into tarot with the current karmic outlook, the what spirit wants you to be aware of, the 3D playout of your karma. So whether it's good or bad, what you got what you can look forward to, and then your guidance. We'll have clarifiers. Then we're going to get past life connections or messages, and we'll get a closing message. I will have yes or no for you if you have a specific question going on currently. That'll be later on. Go ahead and feel free to fast forward if that's what you're here for. Stay for as much as you want. I'm just happy you stopped by. All right. Let's jump into it. What opening messages do you have for Aries? I've already said my blessing prayer if I haven't said that already. Ooh, occupation. Someone's looking at changing that. Or Spirit's asking you to make the change and you're afraid to. What do we got up here? Hold on. Community. Family's at play. Or your sense of stability and coffin coming in upside down. I'm going to leave you that way. No, really, because it's going with the concept. Spirit wants me to flip it. The endings to new beginnings. That's what this is. If you change your occupation, it's good for you. Right now, the job that you have are able to get currently is a reflection of the karma that you have. So if you're in a shitty situation, and if this isn't necessarily, we're going to get into details here. It's because you've been asked to assert yourself in a certain area of your life and you still fail to do that. Bad health. This job's gotta end. Spirit's asking you. It's for your best. We're gonna get into your karma here, but someone's bringing bad karma onto themselves by staying in a toxic work environment. This is going to affect you in the next few years. King of Pentacles coming through. Grand Karmic Outlook. You need to get your coin in focus. Someone's putting up with a toxic situation because you're like, it's paying the bills, it's doing this, it's doing that. But it's like, long term, what are you thinking? You're tolerating some bad shit. It may be just the group of people that you do. It's not necessarily the job itself. And if that's the case, look for, you've now established yourself. You'll look good on an application. Ace of Cups and Five of Cups for your current. You've got a new opportunity. Leave the bad behind. If someone's not willing to address a different, you're accepting it. It's acceptance. If you are unwilling to just release this draining, it's not even worth it. You're going to come to the reality. That's what Spirit is asking you. It is not worth your effort to stay where you are at. And if this is not a job, if this is a relationship or a family dynamic where it's just you can't live up to expectations and it's always draining you, and sometimes you gotta cut shit. But for most of my collective, this has to do with your work. What does Spirit want you to be aware of here? Page of Pentacles. You have an opportunity. You may hear news. You may see something when you're online or something like that, a posting. Others of you, if you have similar jobs as friends of yours, you're gonna want to ask them if they're hiring. But there's better opportunities to be had. Ace of Pentacles. Get it. If you don't have the opportunity in front of you, create it yourself. Others, it's going to head towards you. Don't be afraid to walk away. Nobody likes being the new guy and re-establishing themselves, but sometimes we got to. Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. This it ends the draining. Shifts might be better for somebody. Workload's lighter. We've got the Hanging Man. This is all about new perspective. If you haven't heard back from somebody, I have someone here where you applied to this job several months ago. And you just assumed, and maybe they did pick somebody else, but that person didn't work out. You're going to hear from them. What's your 3D playout? We're going to find out. I'm excited. I'll see what messages come through. Whether this is if you stay at your current employer or if you pursue the new endeavor. Spirit's asking you to leave. Two of Swords. You can't grow in this company that you're at. Page of Cups. Two of Wands. If you don't go with the offer that comes towards you, this new one, or try to find new employment now, further on down the road, you're just gonna be looking. This job goes nowhere in the long run. You're just gonna end up searching later on after you've been more emotionally hurt, and you just can't take anymore. The time to move is now. Do you want to stay on this karmic cycle of toxicity or not? What's Spirit's guidance for you, other than obviously to leave? But we'll just double check, see if there's something else we missed. And Two of Pentacles. Some of you looking at multiple offers. Put your resume out there. If this is the job, the World. Somebody doesn't want to take a pay cut. And that could be, but you need to look long term. And that's what Spirit wants you to. If this is the one that applies to you, if it is the pay cut, Spirit's saying you need to break it down. Look at the travel distance. You're going to be spending less on gas. For one. And then two, they actually will do the raises. I know you have a company who all promised you raises and never gave them. This one actually does. So that'll be refreshing. That they will give you the raise. And someone's making that decision. Should I ask for more money on the job? Or be like, I'm leaving? Or just leave? And Spirit's like, even if they give you more money now, you're going to want to leave down the road. This isn't a money compensation thing. This is a toxic workplace. You've got the Knight of Swords. You are too scared to rock the boat in your own world, but sometimes you have to. In between your indecision and this fear of creating chaos and having to adjust to a new schedule or a new group or a new whatever, is this opportunity, the world, something new, a blessing that gets you away from this shit place. We're going to pull a couple of the Psychic. We've got patience and planning. Look at this doorway here. And this is that King of Pentacles mentality, long term. Do you want to be here 7 years from now? Do you want to enter a 7-year cycle, commitment, something? It looks like the first half didn't go so good. destiny with 10. Take the action. This is a new opportunity. A better life path for you in the long term. And then fertility. Look at the growth. I've got a more cooperative group of people that you're working with. I was shown a group where it's like the company cares about the actual people to, you know, way more than the one that you're used to, as in like buffets. I've got buffets, so I don't know if they feed their people, but they really do believe in like a happy employee makes a better employee. Heart chakra is on the bottom there. Some of you, it's oh wait, we're going to past lives. Sorry, I'm gonna skip it. It's a self-worth thing. You don't see your own value because of how this company treats you. And you have to nip that in the butt. You are worth so much more than you're feeling. We've got Father. For some of you, this is a passed on loved one that's with you, guiding you and supports you. Others, that's that long-term planning. Transportation. The travel. The commute to work. That's what's bothering somebody, and it's for you, this isn't your final destination work, but this is your next step up, and it's going to be what's better for you. It's not where you're retiring from, but Spirit wants you to go here. You're going to learn a new trade. You're going to meet somebody. There's an opportunity for you here, and that's why you need to switch companies. It's not your forever, but it is your next step that Spirit needs you to take. I know you don't want to do the transportation part of it. Don't let travel stop you. And unrequited love on the bottom. It's just a job that's not going to pour into you. And that's why you can't love it the way you did. You give way more to this employer, this place, than it's ever going to give to you. And it damn well doesn't give you what you're worth. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab your closing messages from Isis. Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiative. This is all about going where you're being called. Take the action, the chariot, the motion. Others of you that just more about the actual travel part of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I know how much you guys love when I read. Alright. This has to do with the Merkaba, spiritual work of the higher initiative. Your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication. Those who have been thinking about reaching out to those on the other side or your spirit guides, please don't be afraid to go where your spirit wants to go. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining in the divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkaba, Chariot of Ascension, and Soul Fire is the spiritual gift to attain the divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. And we're just going to read a little bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There are times when the soul becomes ambitious and wishes to live its entire light in conscious oneness with all expression of its being, including the physical body. It may wish to do simply because it is the nature of all beings to eventually realize themselves as divine, or because it needs specific new skills to be available to the human expression in the physical body so it can continue with its divine purpose. This is the next step. This is the grooming, the conditioning. Those skills might be channeling divine energy or consciousness for healing, traveling easily between the worlds for conscious spirit communication, gaining greater artistic or creative ability because it feels wonder to create, or any number of other purposes. Look, I'm just gonna skim a little bit, but just the spiritual practice part stepped out. So for somebody, making changes to your spiritual practice is going to become really important to you, and it's going to help you. And it sucks because this isn't just for people who are younger. A lot of my collective is more in their 50s and 40s and that area. It's scary to have to change that, you know what I mean? You've got that life plan and you're like, I'm going to be here by here. And it's like, that's not reality. That's not practical. Spirit's asking a lot of this generation to constantly grow and change. Can you leave your comfort for better? Let's pull your Cali card. And then we're going to do your yes or no. Goya Kali. Oh, hold on one more. Ooh. It is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you have learned, but see things for what they are rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth, and do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. You're seeing this place for what it is. Don't ignore what you see just because it's cushy to stay. All right, yes or no? We're going to have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, 2, and 3. If you need more time, feel free to pause. We can go with the one that you pick. If one resonates with you, like you feel a real connection to it, please go with that answer instead. Don't go with the one that you want just because it's the one you want. All right, pile 1. Answer is yes, 34, more than a year. Pile 2 with 22, maybe you're neutral, give it time. And pile 3 with 23, maybe you're neutral, give it energy. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull your prayer card. I've got a lot of self-imposed karma right now. Try addressing your wound if you really don't want to leave this place. But I think the reason that you're going to end up leaving, even if you address it, is because they're not going to do their end of the job. But I understand you want to try, and Spirit supports you doing that. Go ahead and do it. And then that answers all your questions. You did all you could. They aren't ever going to change, and you need to go where you need to go. But just be prepared that you are going to be on a kind of like a continued cycle, but with the awareness of what you need now. So it's not going to last as long. But learning to address yourself with an employer is important. So for someone here, please do take that step. 69. God, please fill me with your light. Shine a light on any darkness or negativity I need to release. Amen and Asante. All right, I hope that this helped you, collective, in some way or fashion. And I do hope that we get to connect again at a future reading. I love you guys so much. All right, bye. You guys have adjudication that fell out too. I've got a woman sticking out to me. So, the favor of somebody else. This is all about just calling judgment on that, just the situation that's coming through. But that was a specific one.